Alright, what's up, y'all? Welcome back. This is trade recap number 2. I'm just going to go over all of the trades from this week, all the trades I took, all the trades I could have taken, and let's just get straight into it. I took 7 trades this week. Actually, I'm lying. I took 8 trades this week. I went 2, 3, and 3. Okay, so this is my first trade. This is the trade I took on Monday. I'm pretty happy with this setup. Like in my notes, this is kind of textbook. Let me go to the 3 minutes so you can see. But trade on Monday, 3-minute inversion out of a hard time frame PD array. So it's pretty textbook. It just didn't play out. Like nothing's 100%. Yeah, you can see right here we inverted this 3-minute. This is kind of a weak inversion though. So like in the future, I can just look for a stronger inversion. Like if we inverted on this candle right here, this would have been like a much like higher probability, like higher momentum. And you can see we're already at the top. If I turn this on really quick, you can see that we're at the top of like this opening move. We did end up breaking out and going that direction like later in the day, but we had to sweep liquidity first. If I zoom out, I don't have it marked, but we were coming out of a higher time frame PD array, and we were reaching towards this this new week opening gap. We didn't feel it on Monday, but this was relevant all week because I'm pretty sure we came and filled it on like, what is this, Thursday? Yeah. So this is my trade Monday. I think this is the only trade I took on Monday. Just took the loss and moved on. I could have taken this short. I think I may have on my second account, but I'm just going over my main account trades. But when done, got stopped out. And then my next trade was actually, yeah, I didn't trade ES on Tuesday. I'm pretty sure this was a bank holiday. Price action was just like, you can see, like we chopped overnight into the open. We chopped. Nothing really happened. Maybe you could have taken some, like, you can always find something in hindsight, but like this isn't price action you want to be trading in. So when we opened and chopped like this, I just didn't take that. I was like, I'm gonna just go to RTY and see what's happening. And it was pretty similar actually. Like we chopped overnight, but we did have a decent move at the open. The exact same setup. So you can see why I said the setup on Monday was still valid, but it just didn't play out. This is the same thing. I think this is a two or 3 minute inversion down here. I'm not sure. I can drop down. Here it is. Okay, so here, yeah, this is a 3-minute inversion. I've been trading a lot on the 3-minute. I don't look at the 1 or 2 too often. I really never look at the 2-minute. Sometimes I look at the 1 minute, but I've been on the 3-minute a lot. And this is actually a really good example of like a first fair value gap. Let me label this real quick. FFVG. Because I could have taken this inversion down here where it was this, it all happened in the same leg, so this was like a really good setup. But if we only inverted this bottom 3-minute fair value gap down here, I wouldn't have taken this. But since we inverted this first one, the first presented fair value gap, this is the only one that matters. Like this one can really go away. But since we inverted this top leg here, I just entered on the close. And usually if I'm waiting for the close, I won't do like a market buy. I'll just set a limit order at the fair value gap or at the inversion and just let it run from there. I could like go deeper, look for a tighter retrace, but sometimes you don't like all the way retrace back into the fair value gap. And I don't really like trading inverse fair value gaps as a zone. I just look for the inversion as a trigger, you know. So this played out in like, what is this, 3 minutes or 3-minute candles? Yeah, so like 11 minutes, 12 minutes, I can't count. But you can see we're pretty range bound. Like when we're stuck between 2 high time frame PD arrays like this, like the new week opening gap, yeah, big bearish inversion, there's really nowhere to go. So we just chopped in between these. Okay, Wednesday and Thursday, they weren't bad trades per se, but I was just kind of, I made like the exact mistake I made on Thursday that I did on Wednesday. So like I said, I really don't like trading the 1 minute, but I traded the 1 minute on this one because it was just like barcoding on the 3 and 5. I should have taken that as just like a no trade. You know, we're sitting at the opening range high over a unfilled fair value gap. So it's kind of like it was just a bad trade to take, but I was just kind of acting mechanical because like we did get a 3 minute inversion, we did get a breakout, so like the setup was there, but it was just a bunch of signs not to take this. Like we're sitting above an unfilled 5 minute. We've been chopping at this level for like since open, you know, but I still took it for whatever reason. This right here, is this? My executions aren't on because this was on Wednesday. Actually, I'm not even logged into my TradeAvate account, but I think I entered on. It had to be like this inversion or something. It looks like it. And if I enter on this, this is just kind of bullshit. This 1 minute inversion here. This is a baby ass. Like if I have to go back in hindsight and like hunt for the setup, like it's just not a good setup. Like this is kind of just a bullshit trade to take. And we just ended up selling off all day. Okay, yeah. So I do this often. So I missed my first trade over here on Wednesday morning, and like I was looking for longs, so I only looked for longs, even though we had a million reasons to go short. Let me turn this off so it's not too cluttered. A million reasons to go short, like 15-minute inversion. This is a 1 hour inversion. Like this 15-minute inversion, then a 1 hour inversion, and I just kind of ignored it and just kept looking for my longs. Ended up getting it because it's not on the chart right now, but if you look left, even on this low time frame, but if we can kind of guesstimate that something like this was our 15-minute fair value gap. So we traded into that. I just waited for an inversion, and it was this right here. Yeah, super clean 3 minute inversion. I entered kind of high. Like I said, I usually like to enter on the pullback after the close, but I didn't on that one. I entered. This is why I like to do that. Like this is what I get on the market buy. I entered on the close, so it should be like closer to here, but you know, not the perfect fill. I was targeting, I think I was targeting like the opening range low, but obviously we didn't get that, not with my trade. So I just trailed my stop and took a 1-to-1. And you can see that it did end up happening. I would have got stopped out if I held, but if I waited for this next 3 minute inversion here, let me move this out the way. This right here, this would have been the one I wanted. 3 minute inversion, we sweep this level and then run up. So I still caught this. Like this is still a good trade, but this would have been like the ideal setup, like the actual move I was looking for. Like I said, I was targeting this high up here, or the first 15-minute low. So that would have played out. Stop like under these bodies maybe. But I still got my 1-to-1 here, so it is all good. I think that was the last trade I took on RT. Let me double check. Friday. Okay, yeah, so let me go over my ES trades from Thursday, then I have one more on. Okay, here we go. So again, this is what I was talking about when I said I made like the identical mistake that I made the day before. I got caught in the fake out early in the day. Here, I should have went break even. I'm pretty sure I took, no, I went break even on this. I wouldn't have marked it out. So I didn't take a full stop on this one, but again, not a horrible setup. It's just like I kind of waited too long. So I was waiting for the first fair value gap to get inverted. Then I entered off of that, and then we're the main problem with this was trading into this fair value gap. If I targeted it, would have just been like shit risk to reward. And where's my stop originally? And this is a massive stop. Like, what am I doing with the 15-point stop on ES? Like this. So this is like a decent trade, just bad execution. Like if I had my stop under the inversion, like I should, like here, something like that, and then targeted this would have been ideal. I just fumbled with this giant stop loss targeting the other side of this fair value gap. I actually just like added like in my notes that I do want to be delivering into a opposing fair value gap. If I'm not like this is a good example of like we delivered out of this back into it. So like this is going to be the range we're trading in almost, but I don't want to trade into it. I want to trade towards it. So if I was taking this trade, like I would want to target just the low of this. I wouldn't look for this 1 hour to get inverted, you know. That's where I messed up. Just looking for a higher time frame inversion off of just a 3 minute. And you can use low time inversions or low time frame inversions to like build the bias, but I'm not going off of just a 3 minute. If we had like a 15-minute inversion into a 1 hour, okay, that makes more sense. Maybe this 1 hour would flip, but this should have just been like a little scalp on the 3 minute. Because as you can see, like we were definitely bearish this day. I think I did take this trade on the main account. I took this in the second account, so we're not going to talk about it. Again, just a low time frame inversion out of a higher time frame fair value gap. All of them are basically the same trade. It's just about like that's how it should be. Like these videos should be mad repetitive because everything is going to be a low time frame inversion out of a high time frame fair value gap, and if it's not out of a high time frame fair value gap, it's just breaking out of the opening range. Those are the only models I'm taking, you know. So we're not going to see the model change for real. It's just going to be me doing better taking the same model. And this is like a good example of that. This is the exact same trade twice. Honestly, I shouldn't have taken either of these. If I wanted to take these, I should have waited for like some type of bounce, but it ended up playing out. But this isn't these aren't like ideal. Like this is sideways. Like I shouldn't be trading in this. But when I go to the 1 minute, this is just me like kind of chasing, you know, like there's no reason to go for this. This is a 1 minute inversion. I already said I don't like trading the 1 minute, and there's nothing wrong with the 1 minute. I just don't like it. Like people have a lot of success with the 1 minute, but not me. Honestly, whenever I'm looking at this, like what the fuck even was the trade here? Like I don't see an inversion on the 1 or 3. I'm not gonna check. So I was going off of this. I must have been going off of this down here, this 3 minute. Let me clear some of this off. My charts are kind of messy. Clear these. So I was going off of this 3 minute inversion down here, but there's really no reason for this to, other than the fact that we had this shitty inversion like on this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the 6th candle. Like there's no reason to take this, you know. Like yes, there was an inversion. Yes, we're probably delivering out of, or not even delivering out of. We probably tapped into a higher time frame PD array. I have it cleared off right now, but this is just a bad inversion to take. Okay, so this was the last trade I took this week. I was pretty frustrated with this because like looking at it, this is like a very obvious A+ setup down here. Like this inversion, this run, like super clear, but I missed it because it happened like super early off in the day. And then the trade I took, there was opportunity up here if I waited for a proper pullback, you know, but I ended up chasing. So let me go over what the setup should have been. Let me show you what I took. So it happened like damn near like right at the open. I'm not sure the highest time frame this was on. I think it was just the 3. No, so look, yeah. This 15-minute inversion, I would have taken it on the 3. So let me go back down to the 3 minute. But pre-market, just our fair value gap resting right here. Super low volume. Like no reason for it to not get inverted. And we're sitting in a high time frame PD array. So literally like minutes in the open, this gets inverted. You could have entered right here off this 3 minute close. Even if you didn't, I saw a lot of people enter in this candle. I would have waited for the close or right here. This would have been like super easy, super quick, like 2 minute trade. And that's just just targeting the top of the opening range. You could have went and targeted like everything, the moon. But realistically, like this, I would have targeted here, maybe look for a breakout up into this fair value gap. But at least here. You would have saw no drawdown. That would have been like super clean. But I saw the setup, like I saw the setup obviously, but it was in the first 15 minutes, and I was thinking we're gonna get more I thought we are gonna get some type of um I was thinking maybe in open would come down, like test this fair value gap, maybe then go to the top, fail, then break out. I don't know. I just didn't expect us to rip immediately off the open like that. But when we did, I ended up unfortunately just chasing the breakout. This is just like it's not a horrible. It's late on the inversion, but not late on the orb. You know, I wouldn't take this trade again. Like I'm not happy with it. It did end up playing out if I held on to it. But like I said, I felt like I was already late to this. When we broke, came up and came down to retest the opening range, I kind of lost conviction in the trade because, like I said, I was already thinking we're gonna fill some of these unfilled fair value gaps down here, and we never did. We just came down and tested the top of this opening range because, like I said, we're already in a higher time frame PD array. So this still could have been a valid trade off of this small pullback right here. But I didn't enter off the pullback. I entered off the breakout here. So when we got this pullback, I thought we were going to fail back in to fill these 5 minutes or these 3 minutes. Any of these just resting low time frame for value gaps down here, I was expecting those to get filled, but they never did. So when we came back up, I went break even like down here. Like as we're approaching this first target, which would have been 1R, I went break even, then got stopped right here. And trades like this, honestly, trades like this get to me more than just like a straight loss. Like if I'm wrong, like then whatever, but I let myself get in the way of this one, kind of just overthought the process. Because this is a valid re-entry, just taking the breakout or coming in on this retest. But I was so stuck on thinking I missed this move that I was like, oh no, I gotta just break even. I don't want to chase. But there's still so much more to I wasn't even chasing. Like if I entered up here, yeah, okay, that's ridiculous. But I'm only a few points outside the opening range. This was a good trade. I just got I just got in my head about it. Overall, not like a horrible week. It was a red week on this account. Like I think I was down like $200 and something on this account, but I ended up 800 and something on my second account, so I'm not too upset with the week overall. Um, Price action was good. I just gotta tighten up on my executions and shit. And that's pretty much it. Oh, also, the big like major issue I found this week wasn't even like with my execution or anything. It was just with my sizing. So I just been trading micros just to get comfortable again because I have like a low PTSD from blowing my funded futures account. But I was just trading micros, and when I went on my Trade Evade account, I had like $200 in fees and commissions like just from this week. Like that's insane. But at this point, I'm pretty comfortable. Like my stats are pretty now. This 71% win rate. So next week, I'm definitely sizing up. I'm just gonna trade one mini, because that's basically what I was doing. I'm not really sizing up. I was trading like 5 to 10 micros, which is the equivalent to one mini. So I'll just be consistent with one mini because getting taxed because I'm trading micros is just ridiculous. I didn't even know that was a thing. Like I'm paying $1.50 per micro I trade. Like that's insane. Like I said, size up next week. Same model, same everything.